Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we are diving deep into a major story that's making waves in the world of politics. Get ready because fireworks are expected over President Donald Trump's fiscal year 2026 budget request. Democratic lawmakers are gearing up for a showdown, furious over what they see as the Trump administration's blatant disregard for Congress's constitutional power of the purse. Today marks their first chance to confront the key figures who have been instrumental in implementing these controversial budget cuts. Leading the charge are Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, and Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins. They are all scheduled to testify on Capitol Hill, explaining their roles in the president's budget proposal. But that's not all. VA Secretary Doug Collins is also expected to face tough questions about his department's budget when he appears before the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee. Democrats are determined to get answers. They want to know why President Trump is slashing funding that Congress has already approved and why his administration is pushing for an additional $163 billion in non-defense spending cuts. According to Democratic Representative Lauren Underwood, the top Democrat on the Homeland Security Subcommittee, these cuts are not just suggestions, they are a direct challenge to Congress's authority. The pressure will be on Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to clarify the so-called X date, the critical point when the Treasury will run out of cash unless Congress raises the debt limit. Lawmakers are eager to know when this date is expected to hit, and they won't be shy about pressing Bessent for details. If the deadline comes before Republicans can pass their own budget bill, they will need Democratic support to avoid a financial crisis. Secretary Kristi Noem is in for a grilling as well. She will be defending the Trump administration's controversial immigration policies, which include a proposed 65% increase in funding for border security and Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. But that's not the only issue on the table. Lawmakers are also concerned about disaster relief funding. With FEMA expected to run out of cash this summer, Democrats will demand to know how the administration plans to fund disaster recovery efforts and whether Noem is prepared to make a formal request for additional funds. Over in the Senate, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins will likely be challenged on the administration's decision to freeze certain agricultural funds and the impact of tariffs on American farmers. Meanwhile, VA Secretary Doug Collins will face sharp criticism over plans to cut tens of thousands of jobs at the Department of Veterans Affairs, a move that has already sparked outrage among veterans groups. This is just the beginning. The grilling of these top officials will provide a preview of the challenges other cabinet secretaries will face as they present their budget plans in the coming weeks, but that's not all we're following today. Here are a few other stories making headlines. DC funding fix. Speaker Mike Johnson announced that the House is expected to vote soon on a bill to address Washington, D.C.'s $1 billion funding shortfall. But there's a catch. It might take a backseat as Republicans struggle with their own budget issues. Changes to the crypto bill. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has signaled he is open to making changes to the landmark cryptocurrency legislation. Republicans are working to secure enough Democratic support to overcome a potential filibuster. Sports in the spotlight. The Senate Commerce Committee is holding a hearing to discuss how digital platforms are changing the way Americans watch sports. Executives from the NBA, MLB, and NHL are set to testify, but notably, the NFL has declined to send a representative. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News Channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more news and updates.